2025 Missouri River 340 race. 20 years of this event. Paddling or rowing? That was my dilemma at the end of last year. After some longer deliberations, I returned to the big muddy with my Sea Wind expedition canoe, an old, familiar and reliable boat. I decided that Sea Wind was more comfortable and easier to handle without support of land crew than my light boat rowing shell. And I think it was the right choice for me this year. I completed the Missouri 340 solo and unsupported in 61 hours and 41 minutes at age 70. So how did I train for this race? Well, I didn't. Not in the traditional sense. I was just trying to stay active and healthy, avoid injuries. I did a mix of outdoor adventures, paddling, biking, rowing, a little bit of hiking, and every day some kind of backyard fitness with kettlebells, dumbbells, trampoline rebounding, swinging, Persian meals or Indian clubs, walking, garden work. Indoors, I focus on mobility workouts, often combined with red light therapy. So no long paddling sessions or trips over 10 miles. No intense intervals, just consistent movement every day and having fun outdoors. Usually with some photography and video making. Here is my log of outdoor activity during 8 months before the race, from November to June. So rowing, paddling, biking, all short trips or sessions. I wish I could paddle more, but I was dealing with some health issues. One longer trip with full race gear would be really beneficial. It would help me to better organize my setup for the race. Well, a little disclaimer. I've been paddling most of my life. Kayaks, canoes, outriggers, stand-up paddleboards, packrafts. This was my 13th MR340 over 20 years, and 5 times I completed it in the Sea Wind. So my point is, if you are an experienced paddler in a reasonable good shape, you don't need a very intense training program to finish this race. At least if your goal is around 60 hours to finish. But keep in mind that 60 hours or above is considered rather recreational pace in this race. I recently checked the Alabama 650 race, which requires an endurance paddling event as a qualifier. The MR340 is listed there, but only with finishing times below 60 hours. So, I am recreational racer these days. It's important to have a comfortable boat, a good balance between speed and sitting comfort. Don't go for speed if you cannot sit in your boat for hours. Experience helps, mental resilience helps. It's all about mindset. I finished the race in pretty good shape. As a recovery, I did almost 100 miles of gravel biking. In Missouri on the Canoe Trail and in Nebraska on steamboat trails. With my kind of training, or rather active lifestyle, I'm not going to break any records. Unless I start a special division for myself, something like the oldest solo finisher. Do you want to join me in this quest? Time is working in our favor. So, how your training looked like? Did you train for performance or just to stay ready for next life adventure? Anyway, see you on the river.